Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 6.
People are hunting us. And how do you think that sits with us?
It was just hours after we learned of the death of Fargo police officer Jason Mosier that Cass County Sheriff Paul Laney uttered those words. Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us.
In the aftermath of at least one man specifically targeting and killing police officers in Dallas, Valley News Team's Bradford Eric tells us it seems that Sheriff Laney's words couldn't be more true.
That is not something I wanted to be right about. It's just the feeling across the nation.
A peaceful Black Lives Matter protest in Dallas, Texas turns deadly. A man, Micah Johnson, opens fire, saying he wants to gun down as many white police officers as possible. The killer's tally, 12 officers shot, 5 dead.
Last night was sickening to watch, to sit in my living room and watch the body count rise as fellow law enforcement fell.
Sheriff Laney says he has friends in Dallas PD, and he made sure to communicate with them during the massacre. I asked him, did this situation arise because of race? He says if you watch the news coverage, you'll see white officers, black officers, Hispanic officers, and Asian officers, all running to protect those protesters.
That wasn't about race. That was cops doing their job and protecting their community. And I was so proud to be one of them last night, and at the same time, I was so sad. You know, we saw what one officer killed did to our community.
We will never be able to prepare for a lone extremist or, people who are flying under the radar. And as law enforcement officers, we can't run away from that. We need to protect the public. So we need to get out and be that face.
Fargo's Deputy Chief Joe Anderson says the current feelings of unrest are bigger than just race issues or just law enforcement. He adds that's why the community-oriented policing is crucial. That's why they utilize social media so much. Things are changing.
It comes with a change of philosophy as well. So we have been more proactive with pushing our information out to the public. Last year we received grant money to put on 2 community trust officers.
And he says it's encouraging when displays like this show up outside his office. In Fargo, Bradford Eric, Valley News Live.
The alleged Dallas shooter was an Army veteran and served in Afghanistan. And as Bradford said, signs of community support for our Fargo officers could be seen outside of the police department today. Someone left these balloons with a note saying, "Thinking about our police. Thank you for all you sacrifice." Police say they're grateful for the support during this time.
More trouble today as police have been targeted in Tennessee, Georgia, and Missouri. In Tennessee, a man who opened fire on a highway targeted police officers and others because he was troubled by incidents involving black people and law enforcement officers. While danger has always been an accepted part of the job for those who wear the badge, recent developments both here and across the country have local authorities on guard.
There's been a lot on the line for police officers every day. I think the example of what happened in Dallas last night shows that is something that police officers do deal with on a regular basis.
Coming up tonight on Valley News Live 10 at 10, we're going to check in with local police departments on the number of officers deciding to step away from law enforcement. Some clouds in the sky today, but pretty decent weather as we head into the weekend. Let's head over to Justin to find out how Friday night is shaping up. Justin?
And thank you, Mike and Andrea, and good evening, everybody. Yeah, nice day out there for the day today. Good to have a quiet day. Let's take a look at the radar, and you can see plenty of sunshine out there, especially from Fargo and points off to the west. And we are tracking some very light rain showers, especially over at Northland, Minnesota, just to the north of Boston right now, but very light precipitation. Temperatures getting close to 80 degrees from Fargo to Watertown, Aberdeen, upper 70s, Jamestown, and lower 70s from Devil's Lake across toward Bemidji. And wind speeds a little breezy as we went through this afternoon, with the winds mainly 10 to 20 miles per hour from the north. Now, as we go through tonight, clearing skies, and it will be calm as temperatures will fall to a low into the lower 60s, and more sunshine as we start your Saturday. And then we are tracking the risk for severe weather. We have 3 chances for severe weather as we round out the weekend and start next week, and we'll tell you all about that coming up.
I'm sure you will. Thanks.
Yeah.
Hector Airport experienced a phone and internet service outage this afternoon. The outage was caused by a damaged CenturyLine fiber cable. Delta was the first airline within Hector to report the phone and internet issues. It happened around 9 a.m. The outage spread to the FAA control, car rental agencies, and other airlines.
It's been extremely difficult for them, especially customers at the car rental counters, checking out cars. They went back to the old days of writing out everything on paper.
Doberstein also told us that phone and internet services were expected to return this evening. In fact, as our Valley News team left the airport, they saw check-in kiosks go back into operation. This was about 4 p.m.
It was one of the most brutal, cold-hearted murders in North Dakota history. This week, the North Dakota Supreme Court ruled that Marlon Combs will remain in prison. At the age of 15, Marlon Combs pleaded guilty to robbing this Devil's Lake convenience store and executing the store clerk with a shotgun. The North Dakota Supreme Court has now denied Marlon Combs' motion for a new trial. Combs claimed he didn't realize he wouldn't be eligible for parole until he had served at least 85% of his life expectancy in prison. It all means that Combs, who is now 35, will not be eligible for parole until the year 2041.
Police are alerting the South Fargo community that a high-risk sex offender is now living in that area. They say Justin Worcester Jordan is living in the 1300 block of 4th Avenue South. He was convicted in 1998 of criminal sexual conduct in Steele County, Minnesota. Police say he had sex with a 6-year-old girl while babysitting for a family. This week's Valley's Most Wanted is Waldern LaCroix. He's wanted on a felony count of interfering with a telephone during an emergency call. You're asked to call local law enforcement if you have any information on his whereabouts.
The Valley City police officer just placed on administrative leave during an investigation into what police say are potentially serious violations has now retired. Lieutenant David Swenson was recently the subject of another investigation, but was cleared of any wrongdoing in that one. Valley City's police chief is not giving specifics about the newest allegations surrounding Swenson.
North Dakota has joined 9 other states in challenging a recent U.S. Education Department mandate requiring schools to open bathrooms, locker rooms, and showers to people of both sexes based on the student's choice. States that don't comply with the so-called transgender bathroom mandate could lose federal funding. North Dakota Attorney General Wayne Stenjum said the mandate is an example of federal outreach and says in the complaint that it tries to go around established laws by ignoring the legislative process.
Some good news for Fargo drivers. There's one less construction project to worry about. Crews finished work on a sinkhole in South Fargo today. It was located at 9th Avenue and 42nd Street in the area of West Acres Mall. This is video of what it looked like just a few days ago. The intersection is completely open now. The hole was estimated to be about 10 feet wide and 5 feet deep. City officials say the cave-in was caused by a collapsed sewer pipe.
Feeling the need for speed? Well, you might want to think twice before you do so. Starting today and running through July 22nd, Clay County law enforcement agencies will be upping their patrols at an effort to catch speeders. Police say speeding is the leading factor in crashes. How much will a ticket typically cost you? Well, in Clay County, an average speeding citation 10 miles over the limit will cost you $125. Motorists stopped at 20 miles over the speed limit face double the fine, and those ticketed traveling more than 100 miles per hour can lose their license for 6 months.
Wow. Looking for a new way to have some fun? How about a game of knocker ball? We'll explain later on Valley News Live at 6.
And a high of 80 in Fargo, low of 60, near normal for this time of year. While the severe weather chance will rise as the temperature rises as we go through the weekend. We'll have the details coming next.